some Friday thoughts and downloads that I always love to see it or read about it or hear about it when I see happy couples who tell their stories that they have met just out of the blue suddenly, without any expectation, and they're just so happy together that it all went very, very pretty, very pretty quickly, and soon after they were engaged and married and still happy and going strong. So these kind of love stories are these amazing fairy tales that I personally always loved. And as a big advocate for love and healing and positivity and joy, uplifting, encouragement, happy, joyful, safe, balanced, peaceful vibes. It's so uplifting, to hear about those or read about those love stories, and it really confirms the truth that I also always had within me, that it really exists, that true love, lasting love, healthy love exists. It's not something made up or anything like that. And so, like, I was posting and thinking about this topic again yesterday, and wrote my post, and I recorded my video yesterday talking about the fairy tale love. When we have that wish planted within us, why should we let that go? Every dream that has been planted within us is there for a reason, for being who we are authentically and honestly, like our souls are, and what we're like as people, as beings, even though we are sensitive beings. So in my heart I always knew that it was all real, and I always had that dream, that wish. It's just that I trusted the wrong people who were all wrong for me, and turned out to be very destructive and toxic. And I'm sure that you resonate with this, and that is why it's important to know your value and worth, and know what you will put up with, because there's no need to be putting up with abuse and disrespect and toxic energy, toxic people. I think the cruelest thing that another person can do to another person, especially when that other person is very sensitive and loved them and did everything to make the relationship work, and had those hopes and wishes, and had that genuine love towards that person, even though they turned out to be toxic. But I think this is the most cruelest thing, that they just leave the person that loved them. They just discard them like yesterday's garbage, like they're not even a human being with feelings and thoughts and emotions. And they just keep on blaming the sensitive person, who is the real victim here. The toxic person is not the victim. So this is typically what narcissistic people do, and it's just so cruel. when they just lead the person on basically the whole time, and then just leave them out of the blue. And move on quickly with someone new, like nothing happened, and lie to that new person that the ex is crazy. And then it hurts even more if people around that victim think that the victim is somehow crazy when it's not the victim that is at fault, when it's that toxic narcissist who seems to be so cool and calm and collected. You know, like nothing has been happening. So this is just psychopathic. This is so cruel. This is so twisted. But that is what they do. They cause that pain and turmoil and trauma in an innocent person who did nothing but try to love them. Who wanted to believe that there was really hope. So I hope that you won't have to endure this again in your life. Protect yourself, your energy. Like, I also had to go through this, my own lessons, and that is why I'm here to share them and to teach and guide and support and encourage and uplift, you know, to share compassionate and empathetic support. And, you know, just being me and just saying what is the truth. That, you know, there comes a time when we have to be setting those boundaries, no matter how difficult it might feel or seem, but we owe it to ourselves to be forming our lives into what they should be. I just had this thought that, you know, therapy cannot replace healthy parents, but it's a great tool. It's a really good tool to help yourself heal from all of that trauma, especially when it began when you were a child. And when you are sensitive, you are an empath, highly sensitive being. And, you know, your life can be difficult enough just by itself without any trauma. So therapy with the right person really helps. It really helps a lot. And, you know, if me and my work, my energy resonate with you, don't hesitate to, you know, get in touch with me. Book my free consultation call for 30 minutes to chat about your situation, and, you know, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, and there is a chance for you to either book, you know, hourly sessions with me weekly, or if you're interested in joining my coaching program with solution-based therapy for 3 or 6 or 9 months, then that is also an option. And so, yeah, don't hesitate to check out my service link and grab my book too if you need help right away. And I also want to mention the fact that, you know, a lasting romantic love relationship, it always takes effort and, you know, work in that sense from both people to make it work and to last, because nobody can or should be doing it alone. You cannot be building a relationship alone. So it has to be a two-way street always. both people, you know, making effort, showing them each other love, showing, you know, showing respect, and you know, cultivating healthy communication. So even if you're manifesting and creating and attracting that fairy tale relationship, let's say, with the person of your heart's dreams, let's say you have that person in your life, and you're wondering about the whole scenario and the future and everything. So you have to keep in mind that, you know, when you want to build that lasting connection, both of you have to be equally working on it. Because, you know, it won't last if you don't put in the work. So that is just, you know, a big part of life. That is just how it works. We can have instant connection, instant love at first sight, yes. The connection can happen instantly, and you feel that this person is your soulmate or twin flame, and you have known them forever, and you belong with them, and they belong to your life, and all of that. And there is real lasting love, you know, in your hearts towards one another, real respect. Yes, that can be completely true. It can be, yes. But we just have to remember still to be our authentic selves and have our boundaries no matter what. And, you know, that if you are at all sensing, picking up some red flags, negative energies, toxic energies, you know, then it's a big sign to, you know, walk away. One relationship green flag definitely is when you're getting to know somebody and you're wondering if they are the one for you, is that they give you space to be yourself. They're not pushing it. They're not forcing you to do anything. Authentic, real love comes from that liberating energy, that the other person feels free when they are loved normally. They are not controlled, pushed down in any way. And it's definitely not any kinds of coercive control where they would control how you can act and dress, for example. So, no, healthy love is never about control and hurt and toxic energy. And another big green flag is that you can trust this person. You can even immediately, you can trust this connection and this person. And you feel it in your heart, in your soul, in your entire being. You feel it, that you can trust them, that you don't need to be afraid of them. But always be tuning in and trusting yourself and, you know, observing their energy, their behavior, how they are treating you. And of course, bring it up. If something bothers you, you need to be able to bring things up and address things. The same way as I'm doing here with my work, in my videos and posts, I'm speaking authentically, straight up. And that is the only way to deal with people. And a kind reminder, you know, again, that if we cannot trust people, if we cannot communicate with people authentically and honestly, if we cannot be ourselves around people, then they definitely are not for us. And it can feel very painful when we are sensitive empaths and highly sensitive beings, starseeds, earth angels, human angels, God's chosen ones. So that is the kind of pain that personally I am avoiding with the help of Jesus Christ the most right now. having gone through so much pain and turmoil. And no, it should not be taken for granted. Communication builds trust. Communication builds the connection between two people. Communication, healthy communication, is respect also. And it's responsibility. It's being honest and respectful at the same time. So there's no need to be arguing and draining yourselves out. A healthy, stable connection between two people is about peace. It's about balance. It's about building and having that trust and that healthy communication and respect. And therefore also creating the lasting connection, lasting love.